Okay, let's unpack this. When we talk about aging, I mean, do you just want to exist past 65? Or do you want to truly live vibrantly?
Yeah, there's a massive difference, isn't there?
Totally. We've often measured life just by years, right? But as we get older, it really feels like the real measure shifts. It's more about energy and clarity and joy and, the enduring strength of your mind and your body.
Absolutely.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into what it truly means to live a long, healthy, and independent life, specifically as we move beyond 65.
Right.
Our mission here is basically to pull out the crucial insights from a whole stack of sources. We're talking scientific studies, expert advice, some amazing real-life stories too.
Yeah, those are powerful.
All to understand what factors really predict longevity and well-being in our later years. So get ready for some surprising facts, I think, and definitely some actionable insights you can use right away.
Looking forward to it.
So we often talk about, feeling older, but what about the subtle signals, the ones our bodies are sending us about our future vitality that maybe we ignore? It seems like it all begins with these, seemingly simple physical cues that actually tell us so much.
That's exactly right. And one of the first, maybe most surprising indicators we found again and again in the sources is grip strength.
Grip strength, like opening a jar.
Well, yes, but it's way more profound than that. Research has consistently shown your grip strength is a direct, really powerful indicator of your overall muscular health.
Okay.
And your cardiovascular condition, and even your longevity. That simple squeeze reflects how strong your nervous system is, how well your heart's pumping, how active your muscles still are. Think about the PRE study. This was a massive international research effort.
Right, I've heard of that one.
It found that for every 11-pound decrease in grip strength, there was a 16% higher risk of dying from any cause.
What's 10%?
16%. It's a truly striking finding. I mean, it was a better predictor of death or cardiovascular disease than even high blood pressure.
Better than blood pressure.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It really is. So, picture Robert, 78, firm handshake, active life, versus maybe Walter, same age, struggling with a bottle cap. Robert's strong grip tells a pretty clear story of sustained vitality.
That's a powerful takeaway. Honestly, I wouldn't have thought grip strength could tell us that much. But if a simple handshake is that foundational, what other basic physical things are, like secret power indicators? Especially as we get into our 70s, 80s.
Absolutely. Okay, so next up, your walking speed. It might seem like just a minor detail, right?
Yeah.
But medical research proves it speaks volumes about your overall health and your future, particularly after 70. It's actually one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live.
Really? Walking speed?
Yes. And it's not about being, an Olympic runner. It's about consistent function, resilience. When your pace slows down significantly, it can signal things like deteriorating balance, weakening muscles, maybe joint stiffness, or even early neurological decline.
Okay.
But a steady, purposeful gait, that indicates your heart is strong, your lungs are efficient, your nervous system is sharp.
So it's like a full system check.
Exactly. A JAMA analysis, for instance, found that a gait speed of 1.0 meter per second or faster, that's a pretty decent clip, was linked to significantly longer survival.
Right.
So imagine Joe and Frank, both 75. Joe walks briskly every morning, handles stairs confidently. Frank, though, has noticeably slowed down, needs frequent breaks. Joe's steady pace is indicating, well-functioning internal systems all through his body.
So your body is literally telling you its story with every step you take. What about balance? That feels incredibly important. You hear so much about falls being devastating for older adults.
Balance is absolutely crucial. The ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds, that's another strong predictor of longevity highlighted in the sources.
10 seconds. Okay.
Yep. Researchers found people who struggle with this are significantly more likely to have falls, obviously, injuries, but also, quite surprisingly, even cognitive decline.
Cognitive decline. Wow. How does that connect?
Well, good balance relies on strong legs, yes, but also a sharp nervous system and a healthy, responsive brain coordinating it all.
Makes sense.
So, take Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol's active, maybe does yoga, easily stands on one leg for way more than 10 seconds. Nancy, however, she struggles, needs to grab onto something after just a few seconds. Nancy's declining balance isn't just an inconvenience, it's potentially a warning sign about her coordination, her muscle strength, maybe even brain function.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you listening right now? It means these aren't just like tests to see how you measure up. They're areas you can actively improve through movement, through challenge. You can prevent your body from kind of shrinking as we age. We came across this story of Ruth, this incredible 100-year-old woman.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
She consistently walks 4 miles a day and hits the gym for an hour.
At 100.
Right. She's living proof that consistent movement isn't just good for you. It's like your most potent longevity drug, even if you think, oh, I'm too old to start.
Never too late.
Never. And the research backs this up, recommending a brisk walk, get your heart rate up a bit for at least 30 minutes, 5 days a week. It's a powerful anti-aging intervention for healthy aging, preventing disease.
It really is fundamental.
Okay, so moving beyond the purely physical, there's this equally vital piece to vibrant longevity, especially as we get older, right? Life isn't just measured in years. It's energy, clarity, joy. Which brings us to what the sources often call the inner game, that crucial mix of our mindset, our sense of purpose, and how we handle stress.
Indeed. And the profound impact of your mindset on longevity is something science is really starting to unpack now. Your outlook on life isn't just a mood,
Right.
It's a profound message sent straight to your body. A positive, hopeful perspective actually causes measurable biological changes.
Like what?
Well, it lowers inflammation, it strengthens your immune system, reduces stress hormones. It even influences how quickly your cells age at a fundamental level.
Oh, wow.
And this isn't about denying reality or pretending bad things don't happen. It's about choosing to believe in your capacity to adapt, to endure, to find meaning, even when things are tough.
That framing is important.
Yeah. Studies show optimistic individuals actually recover faster from surgery. They're less prone to chronic diseases. The mind and body are in this constant conversation. And when your mind says, okay, I can navigate this, your body really does rise to meet the moment.
That's powerful. But, for someone maybe struggling, feeling they don't have a clear purpose, how does science suggest they even begin to cultivate that drive to get out of bed?
That's your sense of purpose. It's absolute fuel for the soul. It provides that reason to keep moving, to fight through difficulties, to get back up when life knocks you down. Research consistently shows individuals with a clear sense of purpose, they live longer, they experience lower rates of disease, and they recover faster from setbacks.
It doesn't have to be huge, though, right?
Not at all. Purpose doesn't have to be some grand societal contribution. It could be nurturing your grandkids, tending a garden you love, mentoring someone younger, pursuing a hobby that just brings you immense satisfaction.
Okay.
Biologically, having that strong sense of purpose reduces stress, it decreases inflammation, improves cardiovascular health, it keeps your brain engaged, your immune system stronger, it gives every day a meaning that, you can't buy or borrow, it has to be lived.
That resonates deeply. And stress. Gosh, that relentless modern companion clearly plays a huge role here too. So many of us carry it constantly.
Yeah.
How critical is our ability to manage it, especially as we age?
Oh, it's absolutely critical. Your ability to handle stress, particularly after 65, tells a lot about how long and how well you'll live. Chronic stress doesn't just wreck your mood.
Wow.
It actively weakens your immune system, raises your risk of heart disease, and literally accelerates cellular aging.
Wow.
Conversely, effective stress management, it keeps people healthier, mentally sharper. Stress triggers inflammation in the body. Remember that term? It's like your internal alarm system is stuck on this low chronic hum.
Right, the inflammaging idea.
Exactly. And this inflammation is directly linked to nearly every major age-related disease, from Alzheimer's to heart conditions. Think about, say, John and Richard, both 76. John faces challenges calmly, maybe he practices deep breathing, stays socially active. Richard, though, holds on to stress, worries constantly. Over time, Richard's constant stress wears on his body, raises his blood pressure, drains his energy. Simple tools, things like mindfulness, regular exercise, deep breathing exercises, even just laughter. They are powerful stress management interventions that can literally add years to your life.
And life to those years, right?
And more importantly, life to those years.
Exactly, yeah. I know for me, after a really rough week, I can almost feel that tension physically. It truly underscores how our thoughts aren't just floating around in our heads.
Not at all.
They're directly impacting our bodies. This profound connection, the direct biological link between thoughts and physical health.
Yeah.
It's often overlooked, isn't it?
Hugely overlooked.
And often, what truly supports that inner game, that resilience you just described, it's who we share our lives with, isn't it? It just makes sense that human connection would be critical for vibrant aging.
It's not just a nice to have, it's a fundamental requirement. Social connections are quite literally a lifeline.
The lifeline.
Yeah. Science has shown time and again that the quality of your relationships directly impacts the length and quality of your life. Loneliness, It's far more than just an emotional ache. It's actually a biological warning sign.
How so? Biologically.
It triggers stress responses in the body that can quietly chip away at your heart health, your immune function, even your cognitive clarity. The Harvard Gazette, for example, highlighted a study finding that among adults 65 and older, 8 social factors, and feeling isolated was a big one, significantly predicted death within just 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. Those who lived the longest, crossing into their 80s, 90s, and beyond with real vitality, they almost universally have strong social bonds woven right into their daily lives.
So having people to lean on, just to engage with, it makes a real tangible difference then. What are the specific benefits we see when people stay socially connected as they age?
Precisely. Being connected creates this powerful protective buffer against life's storms. When you have someone to talk to or laugh with or just be with, your nervous system actually softens, your blood pressure can stabilize, your sense of purpose grows, your ability to cope increases.
Okay.
So these connections provide improved mental health, obviously, combating loneliness, depression, stimulating the mind. Physical health people tend to be more active, have lower blood pressure, enhanced emotional well-being, that sense of belonging, cognitive stimulation from discussions, games. All of these factors contribute directly to increased longevity. Think about Eleanor and Barbara, both 78. Eleanor's got an active social life book club, stays in touch with friends, family. Barbara, though, spends most of her time alone, feels isolated. Eleanor's connections provide this constant source of mental, emotional nourishment. Barbara's isolation, unfortunately, just chips away at her health over time.
That really drives home how important it is to keep fostering those connections no matter your age. But, for older adults who might be facing mobility issues, or maybe their social circles have naturally shrunk, what are some concrete ways to build or rebuild those connections?
Yeah, that's a key question. And it's truly never too late to reach out. There are so many avenues, things like participating in local community activities fairs, senior center classes. Volunteering is huge. Local schools, animal shelters, joining social clubs based on shared interests like gardening or books. And crucially, just maintaining regular contact with family and friends, visits, calls, even video chats.
Technology can help there.
Absolutely. Embracing technology to connect with distant loved ones makes a profound difference. For those in senior living communities, using the social programs offered is key. Group exercise classes are great, combines physical activity with social interaction.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Exactly. And even things like pet therapy can provide comfort and promote interaction. Lots of options.
Yeah. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, it seems clear that investing in our social connections is truly an investment in ourselves, especially as we get older. It's like self-care in its most profound human form.
Well said. Absolutely.
Okay, we've talked about the physical signs, the mental game, the social lifeline. But now let's ground ourselves in the daily fundamentals, the bedrock habits, really, that support long-term health. Things like how well we sleep and what we're actually putting into our bodies.
These are indeed foundational. Let's start with sleep. Sleep isn't just rest. It's profound restoration. It's your body's sacred time to heal, reset, process information, strengthen itself. Restful, consistent sleep is honestly one of the most underrated predictors of a long life.
Why is it so critical?
Because it plays a crucial role in nearly every vital system. When you sleep, your brain literally cleans house, clears out toxins, consolidates memories, balances hormones. Your immune system repairs itself, your heart rate stabilizes, your metabolism gets tuned up.
Okay.
There was a study published on PubMed Central, PMC, a major database, found something fascinating about older adults over 70. Those who kept steady sleep rhythms, falling asleep and waking up at roughly the same time each day.
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency. They experienced lower rates of heart disease, cognitive decline, and depression.
Interesting.
But what's particularly striking is about the oldest old in the study, folks between 85 and 105. Despite having overall poorer sleep quality, on paper, less REM sleep, more awake time, they maintained their deep, restorative, slow-wave sleep percentage. It's often called N3%.
N3, right.
And they kept strictly regular sleep-wake schedules, including taking more naps. They also had a favorable lipid profile, like cholesterol levels.
So even if sleep changes, the regularity and that deep sleep stage matter most.
It suggests that, this regularity and maintaining that deep sleep might be a kind of sleep signature of longevity. It potentially links to better hormonal regulation and lower cardiovascular risk.
That really highlights how consistency, even with age-related changes, can be so protective.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about what we eat? How do our dietary needs shift as we age, especially over 65?
Nutrition is equally critical, and yes, dietary needs absolutely change. As our metabolism generally slows and muscle mass tends to decrease naturally, seniors usually need fewer calories overall. But more nutrient-dense foods. Way more. Proper nutrition isn't just fuel, it's a powerful tool in preventing or managing age-related conditions like osteoporosis, heart disease, cognitive decline.
So what nutrients should folks focus on?
Key things include adequate protein, really important for muscle maintenance, healthy fats for brain and heart health, essential vitamins and minerals like vitamin D, B12, calcium, potassium, and fiber legumes, seeds, whole grains, crucial for digestion and cholesterol.
Got it.
It's not just what you eat, but how your needs evolve. Less food overall, maybe, but smarter food becomes critical. More bang for your buck, nutrient-wise.
But I know anecdotally, many older adults face challenges with appetite. It can be hard to eat enough if you're just not hungry, or maybe you're eating alone.
That's a very common and real issue. Lots of seniors experience appetite loss due to medications, maybe underlying health problems, or even just feeling lonely at meal times.
Yeah.
And this can lead to unintentional weight loss, weakness, nutrient deficiencies. So, to combat this, it's helpful to encourage smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day. Add healthy snacks between meals. Focus on favorite flavors to make eating more enjoyable.
Make it appealing again.
Exactly. And eating with family or friends whenever possible can significantly boost appetite and just overall well-being. Consider Margaret, 74, who enjoys cooking, eats varied fresh foods, maintains her energy. Compare that to Susan, also 74, who's lost interest, maybe skips meals, relies on processed stuff. She might lose weight and miss key nutrients. Margaret's consistent healthy eating is key to her vitality.
Right. This really prompts us to consider, how can we prioritize these often overlooked yet absolutely foundational daily habits, especially as we look ahead to our later years?
Good question for everyone.
Okay, we've discussed the signs we can see and influence, but let's take just a moment to touch on the deeper biological stuff, the mechanisms of aging. Understanding the why can often shine a light on the how for future solutions, right? Especially for those of us over 65.
Absolutely. One key concept researchers talk about a lot now is inflammaging.
Inflammaging.
Yeah, it's not like acute inflammation when you cut yourself. It's chronic, low-grade inflammation. Think of it like your body's internal alarm system is kind of stuck on a low, constant hum, just wearing things down over time.
Right.
It's seen as a main characteristic of aging, often driven by constant low-level immune system activation. And it's directly linked to increased risk for a whole host of chronic diseases, common in older adults: type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, atherosclerosis, cancer, hypertension.
Pretty much all major ones.
Yeah. And it also makes older adults much more susceptible to severe complications from infections. Like that stark statistic, 80% of COVID-19 deaths in the US were in people over 65. Inflammaging played a role there.
Wow. Okay. And beyond inflammaging, what else is happening at the cellular level?
Another really fascinating area is cellular senescence. These are basically cells that have stopped dividing, which sounds okay, but they don't die off like they should.
They just hang around.
They hang around and accumulate with age. And worse, they release these harmful inflammatory factors. It's called the SASP, the senescence-associated secretory phenotype.
SASP, got it.
Think of these senescent cells as like grumpy old cells constantly spewing out bad signals, causing inflammation and dysfunction nearby and even far away in the body. These SASP factors contribute directly to inflammaging and impact physical function, leading to frailty, maybe insulin insensitivity too.
Right, so these zombie cells, basically.
Kind of, yeah. That's a common analogy. And how does all this affect our body's defense system as we get older?
Right, the immune system.
Our immune system, both the sort of immediate responders, the innate immunity, and the memory responders, the adaptive immunity, they both undergo significant changes with age. These changes generally reduce protective responses.
Which explains
why older adults are more susceptible to infections like the flu or bacterial pneumonia. And it's also why vaccines, like the flu shot, tend to be less effective as we age. The aging immune system just doesn't mount as strong a response.
So it sounds a bit daunting, maybe, but there's a ton of cutting-edge research happening here, isn't there?
Right.
It feels like we're maybe on the cusp of some real breakthroughs.
There absolutely is, and it brings a lot of hope. Researchers are tackling these mechanisms head-on. For infections, for instance, we're seeing novel vaccines being developed specifically for older adults.
How are they different?
Often they have higher antigen concentrations or special ingredients called adjuvants, basically designed to give the aging immune system a stronger wake-up call.
Interesting.
And beyond vaccines, there are really exciting strategies emerging that target the underlying causes of aging. Things like metabolism-altering treatments, drugs like metformin or mTOR inhibitors are being studied. They might improve immunity and resistance.
Okay.
And perhaps the most groundbreaking area is senolytics.
Yeah.
These are a totally new class of drugs designed to selectively find and destroy those accumulating senescent cells, the zombie cells.
Get rid of them.
Get rid of them. In animal models, these have shown remarkable promise in alleviating a whole range of age-related diseases. Still early days for humans, but very exciting.
Yeah. That really highlights how understanding the why these intricate biological processes is leading directly to potential groundbreaking hows for extending not just lifespan, but crucially, health span. Especially for those in their golden years.
Exactly. Health span is the key.
So we've taken quite a deep dive today into what truly predicts vibrant living beyond 65. And if there's one overarching message, maybe, to take away, it's this. Longevity isn't just some game of chance, solely determined by your genes.
Right.
It seems to be a profound series of intentional choices that you, listening, can make every single day. We've seen the clear signs, haven't we? Your physical strength measured by simple things like your grip, your walking speed, your balance. It tells a powerful story.
It really does.
Your inner game, that optimistic outlook, that unwavering sense of purpose, your ability to gracefully handle stress that shapes your very biology. The strength of your social ties, that lifeline we talked about, provides a protective buffer that literally adds years in quality to your life.
So crucial.
And of course, those foundational daily habits, consistent, restorative sleep and nutrient-rich eating, they really form the bedrock of your long-term health.
Couldn't agree more. And if we connect all this back to the bigger picture, the ultimate goal isn't just adding years to life, right? It's adding life to those years.
Exactly.
We've covered a lot today, from those tangible physical markers to the intricate cellular processes of aging. So maybe just take a moment now to reflect. What's one small intentional change you can make today, starting now, in any of these areas, to invest in your future vitality? Perhaps it's just deciding to take that brisk walk after listening, or making that call to an old friend you've been meaning to connect with. Maybe it's consciously trying to find purpose in a small daily task, or simply prioritizing an earlier, more consistent bedtime tonight.
Small steps.
Small steps. Remember, it's genuinely never too late to start. And every single intentional choice really does add up, building toward a more vibrant, more independent, and hopefully more joyful future for you.